it's early in the week for you, but I'm drinking. Are you having water?
Oh, hey, got some tea.
Tea?
Got a late game with the Red Sox. Can't have a drink now and expect to stay up till 1 a.m.
Red Sox. What does that sound? Is that you?
Yeah,
Is
that was
me?
the thing hitting the
Thing? The thing
hitting the
hitting the thing?
microphone. Yeah.
Got your windscreen on? No.
Why?
Where's
Can
your...
you hear the noise?
No, but I anticipate I'm going to.
No, I turned down the fan.
So now you're just going to be hot and sacrifice your
I turned it down.
youthful-
I didn't turn it off. It should be fine.
Okay.
Should be.
We'll see.
Should be.
All right. Well, welcome to How Wrong Can It Be? I am Shane. That is Galen. I guess it's my week, according to Galen. I never remember
Well,
whose
I've
week it
done
is.
basically 4 out of the last 5 because you did one, and it was a fan, and you're like, oh no, that takes mine. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
If you
Not
had
good.
friends, they could give you topics.
Well, you don't know where my topics come from.
That's true. I don't, but I have a pretty good idea.
Okay.
All right. So you have brought up some topics in the past about things that you have noticed or things that you think about or things that bother you. So today I'm going to talk about something that I've noticed recently, and I think it bothers me, and it's going to be kind of a twofold topic.
You're not sure yet, but
No,
you're working on it.
Jury's still out. So I was so my wife and I, we moved over here to Melbourne, and a lot of restaurants and a lot of new places that we haven't been before. So I'm seeing more and more signs that say 18% gratuity is already added to your bill. And how, for me, the tip has always been service based. Like if I get good service, I will give a exceptional tip. If service, the tip decreases as things are worse. So for me, that's kind of a thing. And now, I don't know. I mean, are restaurants just doing this just to get away from how the pay has increased and how they don't want to pay their people more and how just people in general don't want to pay people more? I just don't know. If I go into a place and it's already at 18%, I mean, okay, well, now what?
Well, what do you start out for your tip with? If you're at a restaurant, right? Sit down restaurant, not where you go and pick up your food.
My
at the
baseline is
counter.
20%. My baseline
Okay.
starts
So
at 20%,
Well, and I think
and then it can go up or down based on that.
Well, I haven't seen it where it's already cooked in. I've seen a lot of times where it's like these are the different levels. But taxes or tips aren't taxable anymore, which is huge for these people. And as far as pay, the state of Florida increasing the minimum wage has changed how everything's functioning here.
Sure.
Everything's more expensive.
Sure.
And I, you're supposed to split the tips and all that. So, I guess it's the 18% that doesn't bother me. It's when you're checking out at the grocery store and they basically want a tip.
I haven't seen that. What do you mean
Well,
by that?
not the grocery store, but it seems like you cannot go to a counter and pay for something without having to give them a tip.
Huh. Interesting.
Across the board. My dogs are going crazy.
Just in case you're wondering, the windscreen did make a difference.
Okay. Do I need to turn the fan off? Is it bothering you?
Those two things are not the same. Yes, it's bothering me, but you don't have to turn the fan off.
I got to shut my dog.
Oh, I like having the dog in the background. He can't hear me now anyway. Maybe I'll cut this. I'll probably forget, to be honest, and just keep rolling because it doesn't seem to matter.
Okay. Well,
now are you going to be hot?
The windscreen I was looking for, I don't know where I put it. So that's why I didn't use it. Didn't feel like digging through my bag. But I mean, you look at tipping culture.
Yeah.
Like Starbucks wants a tip, or McDonald's wants a tip.
Oh yeah, places like that where where
Yeah,
you're
I'm like, what are
and
we doing?
yeah, I'm with you. I
I went to Dunkin' Donuts and they wanted a tip. I'm like, for what? You didn't
well, I
wait
mean,
on me.
they handed you a coffee.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, it's yeah,
No,
and that doesn't work for me. The guilt doesn't work for me, but
oh, I don't think anybody out there is surprised to hear that.
don't care.
No, I know. Sometimes it does work for me, not the guilt part, but sometimes I just, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm thinking about the next thing, and then all of a sudden I've left, a tip for something stupid that I shouldn't have left a tip for, and then I get outside, I'm like, oh, what the hell did I just do? Why did I
Well, it's
tip?
when they
Why
hand
did
you
I tip
the
that?
and it's all the buttons you have to say yes to or no to, and it's like,
Yeah,
what did I? Oh my gosh, no, you're not getting a tip, and they're standing in front of you,
yeah,
right? And I'm
yeah,
like, no, you didn't do anything,
right. My food's in a bag. What do you
right?
want from me?
Right.
Put it
I
on a
don't.
plate, wash a
Yeah.
dish, and we'll see what
Right.
happens.
Or bring me a sweet tea or an unsweet tea or something.
Or anything, yeah.
Sit
Or
me down at least. I don't
put the
know, but
ketchup
yeah,
someplace that I can get to it.
yeah. I
But
mean,
if I'm
I
doing that,
guess.
then I
I mean,
work here. You should give me a
yeah.
tip for
I mean,
coming in.
tipping culture is just another way for people to make money.
Now you've traveled outside the U.S.
Yes.
significantly more than I have. I've done a couple things, mostly Caribbean-ish. What is tipping culture like outside of the U.S.? Like you went
It's not
to
done. It's just simply not done. Um, when you do it, it's a very, very big deal. I mean, perfect example is um, going on cruises. So
hmm
Royal Caribbean is very, very heavy on tipping,
right,
right? Every time they make a drink, they print out a receipt. You like have to sign it with, as if
right,
you're going to give them a tip.
right,
When you go on MSC, which is based out of Europe, Royal Caribbean, based out of Fort Lauderdale, um, MSC doesn't even do tips.
interesting.
So when you go on the boat, my go-to move is when you're cruising is the first thing you do, you find your room attendant, just give them $100, just to give them $100 bill
Right.
right off the top. Bang, you're taken care of. More to follow based on your job. So that's my baseline. I'm giving you $100.
Okay.
I may give you more if you do a great job.
I may ask for some
I
of that
may
back.
not. That would
I'm
be
going to print out a
really
little
terrible.
slip, and you tip me on how good I was
That's
as a
correct.
guest.
That's correct. Yeah. But it's, I mean, I think that's huge. Like, when you go to Europe, you don't tip. In some places, it's really frowned upon. But when you go out to dinner here, it's like, you and I both have boys. It's at a very young age, you have to teach your boys, look, when you're going out to dinner, you got to add 20%,
Right.
period. You
Yeah.
have to, because
Absolutely.
that's in the cost. So I mean, putting it on the receipt doesn't really bother me. You can always mark it out and put your own total in.
Yeah, but what if you go someplace they got an 18% on their thing, and you get just terrible service? Everything about
You can't mark it out.
your experience. No,
Usually
it's
you can. Oh,
no.
all right.
This is already
Is it on the
not.
menu? Is it
It's
like listed
yes.
on the menu?
It's
Oh,
like this, like a service charge. There's no.
mhm.
It's not optional.
All
It's
right.
like you're being charged 18% off the top,
Okay.
and
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, but I
yes,
probably wouldn't go back if the service sucked.
well, yeah, for sure. I mean, but I mean, I've gone to places because everybody has an off day now and again. Everybody has a, you get bad. I mean, I'm not even talking about food quality. Like food quality, that's kitchen, that's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm
No,
talking
you're talking about
about
service.
service.
Yeah.
Like we went to a place that had an automatic tip. I ordered an appetizer as my entree. My wife ordered an entree as her entree. My appetizer, by the time it came out, it was clearly ready as an appetizer, and it just sat on the
Yeah.
hot thing until her food was ready,
That's
and it was
terrible.
uneatable.
Well, at least you didn't get a napkin in your wine glass.
That's true. That's true. That only happens when you're around.
No, I mean, I guess that I don't know how deep we need to dive into that. That's not a
Well, what about just customer service in general? So, I mean, when I started out in my career, well, this before a career, this is high school. When I started working in high school, I worked for Walmart. And at Walmart in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, customer service was the thing. That was what we talked about at all of our meetings. There was literally a smiley face paint on the floor with a line. So if customers were within this amount of space, you talk to them, you smile and greet them. And that was part of what you were expected to do, every customer, every time, always. And I mean, I can tell you for 100% certainty, Walmart doesn't have that anymore, because I've spent time in Walmart back rooms with, even in my current position, there's nothing like that. They don't have a 10-foot rule anymore. I mean, maybe they talk about it, but it's not a visual thing on the floor before you walk out the door from the break room like it used to be. So just, customer service in general has just, it's out the window.
I don't know. I don't go inside stores anymore.
I know you go to Lowe's.
Nope. Well, I just buy it online. If I go in Lowe's, I don't really want to see them.
Like, so you don't care about customer service?
I don't. Not in a retail setting, unless I have a question. And
like, we already know you want AI to do all of your telephone customer service.
That's correct. I'm trying to think of the last time I went into a store and expected good customer service. So 99% of the time when I have to buy something at Lowe's, I order it for curbside pickup, and then I go inside and pick it up.
Okay. What about?
And I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
The best opportunity is when it's in a locker. I scan the code. Did it on my way to work yesterday. Scan the code, boom, pick up my item, go.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. But I think there are certain situations where that's not an option. I've needed stuff. I need this right now. I don't have time.
At a retail setting?
Yeah.
And you would want, so in that where you're just trying to get in and get out, you want customer service?
No, not specifically. I guess it depends. So I'm trying to think of the last time I needed something. So there was a time a year or so ago, a little longer than that I needed something specific for work. Their website said they had it in stock, and I went to where it's supposed to be. It's, on the Lowe's thing, it tells you the aisle and the bin number it's in. I went there. I was like, hey, this says it's here. And the guy's like, it's not there. And I was like, yeah, no, I see that it's not there. But your inventory says you have two, and there's not one. So there's definitely not two. So where is the other one? He scanned it. He's like, oh, we must be out of it, and just walked off. And then for me, since I know how retail works, I started looking up at the ceiling and looking at their backstock area, and 30 feet down the aisle, it was on the top shelf. So I went and got that same guy. I was like, hey man, I found it. And he's like, what? I was like, the thing you said you didn't have, it's right there. Can you get it down for me? Yeah. And he called somebody else to get it down, and he just couldn't care less. He's gonna make his whatever an hour and go home, and it's just.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me, because I don't expect people to be. I have zero expectations for people.
I guess that's fair. I don't have expectations for people, but if they're getting paid to do a job, just do the job.
Okay. There are places where I go to and I expect you to give me good customer service. If I go to a good restaurant.
Yeah. Where else? We've talked about restaurants, and they're definitely putting 20% on the bill, probably 25.
If
they see you coming, probably 30.
Where do I? Okay. So, my favorite little antique place that I
sure do.
By?
Yep.
At a small little boutique place like that.
Yep.
Where I have a good relationship with the actual owner.
Yep.
I expect good customer service.
As you should.
He knows.
As you should.
He goes, Galen, where you been? I know. He goes, I'm
worried about you. We got all these ceramic elephants and chickens and cocks, and I haven't been able to sell you any.
So I said, hey, what do you because he knows I like bar glassware and stuff. And he goes, I don't have much right now. I said, okay, let me look. That's where I expect good customer service. So when I go to Lowe's or Target, God forbid I ever have to go inside Target, All I really want is if I ask you where something is, you point me in the general direction. I don't want you to follow me there.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
need
with
you
you
to
there.
walk with me there.
I think
Just
that's
leave me alone and just point me in the general direction.
yeah. I think that's dude stuff in general. Anyway, I'm very much the same way. Like I want to know the basic quadrant. But I agree with you. I think there are times where, you know, specialty shops, um, like you said, boutique shops. For me, well, just the other day, I went into a music store and I said, "Hey, I need a TRS, I need a 20 or 25 foot TRS cable." And the kid behind the counter was like, "Okay, we got that. It's right here." And I was like, "No, that's a TS. I need TRS." "Oh, okay." And he goes around the other side. And he's, "It's right here." And I was like, "Nope, that's still a TS cable. I need TRS. I need tip ring sleeve. That's just tip sleeve. I need the other one." And he's like, "Oh, I guess we don't have it then." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you were just going to point out the obvious, I could have told you that too."
See, and I would have bought that on Amazon, or
Well, I wanted it today. I needed it today. I didn't need it tomorrow. I needed
I
it
would have bought it
today.
online and gone to pick it up.
From yeah, but you live in a place that's an option. There's nowhere here that's like that.
Well,
So
I don't. Yeah, see that interaction there wouldn't have bothered me because I don't expect anything different from him. I will say, telephone customer service has gotten a million times better over the last 10 years, even though in person customer service, to your point on the whole, may have decreased.
you think so?
I do. Well, yeah.
Now you're talking about once you get through the 500 million menus to get to the
Well,
person that you need to
but
talk
see,
to.
but menus don't bother me either.
Okay. That's probably driving and trying to get to the person to ask my question are probably the two times that make me the most angry in Earth.
Well, and I think that's where AI is so much more useful because of the menus now. They can, yeah, just tell us what you want in your own words. Bang, I could tell them like, boop, 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 bang, and then you
I
can
haven't
get to
had
a
that
person.
experience. My experience is still I must be using rotary phones because my experience is still
All right,
uh,
so my
19 different pages and
just booked the trip for our 30th anniversary.
nice.
Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I was online, and I was like, oh, I'll bet you they have a military discount. So I went in and I was on chat and I
Right.
tagged it in, and I didn't really get an answer I wanted. And they said, would you like to be contacted? And I said, yep, bang. Got a call within 2 minutes, and this lady could not have been nicer. Walked me through it, showed me exactly how to do it while I was on the phone.
Nice.
Perfect, right?
Well, that's
And
great.
but again, that's this is one of those all-inclusive resorts, and you expect that kind of customer service from that location.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm calling the local dump, I don't expect that. I know this is going to be a chore. If I'm talking to Verizon, I know all they're going to do is try to upsell me.
Right.
They'll eventually get to my problem. But before that, they're going to talk to me about my upgrades,
Right.
tell me how long I've been a customer, tell
Right.
me things I already know. I don't want any of that. Um, so, yeah.
I I know you're calling about your phone service, but have you tried turning it off and on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So, all right. This is I gotta say this is a little surprising to me that tipping and customer service doesn't bother you because I
Not at
feel
all.
like
I'm a good tipper, especially if I go out. I've had some bourbons.
yeah, yeah,
Went to WEC a couple of weeks ago. It was just one of those great nights. Went with some friends, and yeah, the bill. By the time the bill, I didn't do the math or anything.
yeah.
I just wrote it in there, and we were in the car. And my wife's like, "What was the bill?" And I told her, and she's like, "What did you tip?" I said this. She goes, "Oh my god." I was like, "What? That's too much."
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, that was like 28%." I'm like, "All right, well, they did a great job."
28% is not that bad. Yeah. I will
Well,
say
the
the
bill
other
was,
day,
you can't go out to dinner with drinks with 4 people under $300.
it's so funny you say that because
Can't.
we went to lunch the other day with four other people, so it was 6 people total, and I went ahead and grabbed the check, and it was definitely more than I thought it was going to
So
be.
you can't do it for less than 25 bucks a person
Yeah.
if you're sitting down with tip.
Well, this was tiki bar atmosphere outside near the water, and yeah, I mean the killer was the drinks. Everybody had multiple drinks. Each
Sure.
drink was like $15 a piece, so
Right.
it was yeah, and I mean it was fine.
And you
I
expect
didn't.
good customer service there.
Actually, we got good customer service there.
But you would
Like she
expect it.
was.
You would expect it because you're in an atmosphere
Yeah,
in
yeah,
which you're buying drinks and she
right.
wants to sell you more drinks. Yeah. I mean, I that doesn't bother me. If you're going to the Crazy Cucumber, you know the food sucks. You know
Right.
the customer service is going to suck.
Right.
Just embrace the suck.
But
But it's a big
what
difference.
about what about when you go into a new town? Like you're on vacation, you're rolling into a new place, and you go to a place and
I would expect very good customer service because I'm not. First of all, you know me, I hate chains, so I'm going local,
right.
and that's a million times different than
Yeah.
eating at a
100%.
chain.
100%.
So yeah, I would expect good customer service.
So what do you do if you don't get it?
I,
You go into local,
you mean it's automatically included?
yeah, local
Then
tiki
I just
bar.
pay the 18.
Okay.
Like bond. It would be a lot for me not to tip 20%. Like I would have had to have it would have had to have been god awful bad.
Yeah. I mean for me, the service I've definitely paid down to 15%. Like to me if I get bad customer service, it goes down to 15%.
Yeah, I don't. But I don't
I
know.
got really terrible customer service a couple months ago, and I was like, you know what, fuck you, you get 10% because
Yeah.
she was terrible, like
Well, and
terrible,
again,
terrible, terrible,
that
terrible.
is your and I have not given a tip at all before, so because it's been that bad. But that's
Yeah,
when you're talking to a manager. That's when you're like, hey, just so you know,
yeah,
this person sucks. And and you and I we've seen it where they're crazy and they're obviously short staffed and the
yeah.
person's
That's not
waiting
what
on
I'm talking about.
10 tables. But it's one thing if you're like, I sat down, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about. I take all that stuff into account. If it's
Sure, of
crazy
course.
busy and
Sure.
they're hustling, it's the effort. It's all for
Yeah,
me. It's the effort.
of course.
But
Yeah.
if I see there's like 8 people in there and then I don't see somebody for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Did you go on break? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. You're allowed to take a break, but maybe have somebody else come by or give me some water or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, I've definitely gotten some pretty piss poor customer service. Although I will say that since my wife and I have lived over here, in general we've gotten really good customer service pretty much almost everywhere. I just don't know how I feel about this new trend, and I know you haven't seen it, but I've seen it in the past two
No,
months.
probably I've seen it, just didn't care.
Okay, like I've seen it in the past couple months. I've seen it probably a half dozen
And
times,
usually
and
when
it's
they
getting
do
more
it,
frequent.
that what you say, I think they make it pretty well known.
They are now. Like in the beginning, there's a couple
Yeah.
places that I didn't know, and I didn't catch it.
I
Now
would think that would be a lot of like chains or
it
that
is
Applebee level.
kind of,
And
but not. But
I don't eat at that level
yeah,
because
these weren't that.
it's just
These were
expensive.
higher end local chains. Like four places owned by the same group.
Like Chili's, Olive Garden level.
Uh, I guess that kind of thing, but like a local place, like
You
a
just don't
place
want to
that
say it.
like yeah, I don't want to say it.
Ale House.
No, it's nothing like that. You're not gonna. It's like a.
They must be a customer.
It's not this place. It is, but it's not this chain. But so like here, there's a group that owns Long Doggers, which is like a hot dog kind of tiki bar
Yep.
place. Then they have a place
Yep.
called Hemingway's, which is awesome. And then they have another place that's Nitro Kitchen, which is awesome. And then they have another place, Meg O'Malley's, which is an Irish bar. So they're all owned by the same group. So they're kind of a chain, but I would rate them in the mass market type
Yeah,
crowd.
I mean, if I was on vacation, I may have eaten at a place like that,
Yeah.
unless I knew it was a chain. But
But what
yeah,
do you consider a chain? I mean, like I said, there's, like Long Doggers here, there's 5 or 6 of those. So yeah, that's kind of a
probably,
chain.
if that's a regional chain, I may go. If wherever I'm staying recommended it.
Right. Well, it is. And they're good. Hemingway's is great. Like if ever you guys
Okay.
ever decide you want to grace us with your presence over here,
Yeah.
we will go to Hemingway's because it's
Okay.
fantastic.
All
Yeah.
right.
And Long Doggers is really good too, and that's by the house.
Yeah, I don't care much about tipping. Tipping is just part of life.
Yeah, to me, I guess it was more about like now I've started seeing it on printed on the receipt, and places are starting to. I went into a place the other day and it had it on the sign
Yeah.
out front. It was like, "Hey, just so you know, this place we're putting 18% on the top. Feel free to tip more, but we want you to know that there's going to be 18% that there's nothing you can do about."
Well, you could not eat there, I guess.
I mean, yeah, yes, you could definitely not eat there. Now, I will say the place we went to the other night that had that big sign, we got amazing service. The dude was on it. So I don't know. I guess that's my point of this topic. You know, so far I have seen nothing but good customer service come out of it. So the 18%, the people that I've experienced have actually earned more than that because they're hustling. They're on it. They're doing a great job. So I mean, it's kind of a non-issue, but I'm just kind of curious. I was kind of more curious as to where do you think it's going to go? Do you think you're going to get that aspect of people who are okay, there's already 18% built in. I would like to have some additional cash in my pocket. I'm going to work harder and be better to get more than that. Or do you think it's going to go the opposite way of, well, I'm already, people are already getting 18%. They're not going to tip any more than that. And I might as well just do the bare minimum.
Well, it just depends. I'm sure they're tracking how many tips they're making before they did it and how much they're making in tips after.
Maybe. Maybe.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, I've never waited tables, so
Yeah, I haven't either.
I know when my son did, he would just talk about his percentages that he made. That was his scorecard.
Okay. Oh, really? They had a scorecard for
No,
what
no,
they're.
he did it in his own. It was his own
Oh, he did it himself.
in his
That's cool.
brain. Yeah. So
Huh. That's pretty interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think, for me in general, like there's a lot of things that are kind of being watered down, and I don't know if they're generally necessary. Like, tipping is just a really small thing, but
well, what we don't know is there's a lot of people who don't believe in tipping.
that's true. I
And
had a bandmate that
but if
was
you're not, and if you're not taught that, right? If you're not modeled that, if you've never worked in that industry, you
I
may be
guess.
completely against it. And somebody, to your point, bust their butt, and they're expecting that's part of their salary,
Right,
and you
right.
don't tip them. That's taking money out of their pocket. So
Yeah.
that's probably what it has to do.
I was thinking more
It's probably
touristy
more about the
areas.
clientele. Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I was
I
thinking
think it
more
is.
tourist areas. So if you got Europeans coming over that aren't, the tipping culture is not a thing, then yeah, you'd want to have an automatic gratuity
Sure,
in those establishments just
I would think.
because if they're not used to it,
Well, most
why would they do
Europeans
it?
who travel are, especially Europeans, are very well off, and they understand the customs of the United States. It's usually the people. It's the people who are living above their means and staying at a place that's above their where they normally do, and they're trying to save a dollar by not tipping.
All right, I know this is off topic, but you brought it up. Why is it that Europeans can travel everywhere on Earth and they work regular jobs like the rest of us? So like
What percentage of the population of Europeans come to the U.S.?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, but I do know that 100% of working Europeans have to take vacation. Mandatory.
Yeah, but most of them stay in Europe. So there's a lot of people that live in Europe, and we just live in an area in which most of them go. Like how many Europeans are going to Alabama?
I don't know. All of them.
Not a lot.
Oh, okay. I was wrong then.
Or New Mexico, right? Or Idaho. No, they're going to Disney World. They're going to Miami Beach. They're going to the Florida beaches. So I haven't looked at it in a long time, but it's something like percentage-wise, more Europeans have been to America than Americans have been to Europe.
I would agree with that.
So, but it's not high. It's like less than 10% of all Europeans have been to the United States. It's probably more like 5%.
Yeah, but I mean, what is the reverse of that? Is it 1% of people from the U.S. going to Europe? If that 1% is
well,
huge
the difference is
We're
there are a
stupid.
lot of economies, and this may have changed. I haven't looked at this in a long time, so you can fact check me. But a lot
I
of
don't
these,
think I want to because there's not a lot to talk about for a second episode of this one because this is one of my topics. So
your
we'll see.
topics tend to be less than.
Hey,
But
at
but
least I'm consistent.
but again, yeah, I mean because when you go over to Europe, you're like you don't tip, you don't tip, you don't tip. So
So that's how they're able to travel because they got all that tip
well,
money
they're the
rattling
very
around in their
ones that
pocket.
are very well off, just like the ones who go to Europe. They
Yeah,
can afford to go to Europe.
interesting.
I just looked. So we could have gone to uh, an all inclusive resort in the Caribbean,
Okay,
or done a cruise, uh, basically going around Italy for 13 days. The price was the equivalent.
really?
Yeah,
I hope you
yeah, it
took.
was
I
in with
hope
like
you chose Italy.
$400. No, boys wanted to come,
No,
so they're coming with us
well,
to our trip for our anniversary. I told them, I'm like, well, you weren't there during our anniversary.
you weren't there 30 years ago.
You have, and my wife was like, no, they need to come. No, they
Yeah,
don't.
she got out. You got outvoted by one to one.
And then they're like, oh, this is great. And then she started asking them where they wanted to go. I'm like, it doesn't matter where they want to go.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't matter where you want to go.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I got voted out.
Yeah, you're off the island.
I wanted to go back to Belize, but they didn't want to go to Belize.
I like Belize.
Belize is beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous. Where are you going?
St. Lucia.
Never been there.
Me either.
I don't even know where that is.
It's part of the Caribbean chain. So, do you know where Carousel is?
Nope.
Okay.
Is that an amusement park? The thing that has the
No,
horses that goes around in circles?
it's on the Caribbean Sea. It's in that chain of islands. It's just southwest of the Virgin Islands.
Okay. I know where that is.
You would hate it.
Don't know where that is.
You would die. You would literally probably pass. It's southeast. I'm
because it's
sorry,
on
I
the
said
equator.
southwest. It's southeast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Southeast.
Yeah, because Virgin Islands are out there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense because it's probably on the equator, so I would die. I would burst into flames.
I don't know where it is on the equator because I'd have to look again.
I think it's further
It's
east.
down there.
Yeah, because it's probably. I have a general idea what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I hope you have a good time.
Yep, I expect to.
Yeah.
And I expect really good customer service.
Yes, I will say every time I've gone on a cruise.
You do not tip. You do not tip
Oh, is
at this
MSC?
resort. No,
Oh,
we're
this
not
is a
going. We're not
resort.
going on a cruise. We're going on a resort.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They made it very clear, no tipping.
That's cool. That sounds like my kind of place.
Can't complain about it.
I mean, I will. I find a way. I'll find a way.
Yeah, you got to come up with a topic like this somehow.
Yeah, sorry. This topic is whatever.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go with it. I'm trying, man. I'm rolling
me
the
too.
boat with you.
I also don't know where to go with it. Because here's what really happened. I backed into my driveway. You texted, "I hope you have a good topic," and I went, "Oh shit, I need a topic."
You're seriously? We haven't recorded in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I made fun of you
I
for the
told
2
you.
weeks we recorded, and then we took off 2 weeks.
I told you.
Oh my gosh.
I think about all the other stuff about editing the show, putting the show
But
out.
you haven't done any of that for 2 weeks.
What are you talking about? We've had an episode every week.
But I didn't think you were working on the show.
How do you think they just magically come out?
Can't be that much work.
Do you think that I have far enough in advance that I actually planned this out? Why do you think today's episode or yesterday's episode came out at 10 p.m.? It's because I was gone all
I
weekend.
would have pushed it back 2 days and said, you have 48 hours to come up with a better topic.
Yeah,
like I have 12 topics.
Here's your
right
assignment.
Here written down.
Here's your assignment. If you choose to accept it.
Because every time I give you an assignment, you don't do it.
Kung
Fu movies.
I'm not watching Kung Fu movies. I just can't do it. But here's your assignment. If you want me to participate, when I text you and say, "Hey, what day can you record this week?" and you say Wednesday or whatever ridiculous thing it is, just say, "Hey, look. Also, I expect a topic that we can talk about for an hour, not one of your 20-minute dribble topics." And then I'll be like, "Oh shit, it's my time." Because you remind me 2 weeks in advance, and if it's once it's gone, man. But if it's 2 days before, I will probably still fail.
Okay. I do 5 hours of radio a week.
Is this one of them?
No.
So 6.
And I have, yeah. So on the radio the other day, on the radio the other day,
stuff.
We talked about sandwiches for an hour.
So I could have said sandwiches?
I could have at least done something with that. Right. Instead, you take the most boring thing, like tipping culture.
How are we fact check sandwiches?
Well, you don't. How are we fact checking tipping?
No, we're not. I guess so. My penance then next week will be another boring topic that we don't fact check.
So you're going to go again?
I'll go again. Since this one sucks so bad, I'll go again. Maybe we don't even put this one out, or this is a bonus episode. Whatever. Who cares? There's no format here.
Obviously, you don't care about the content.
I do care about the content.
You're too worried about your wife's cooking YouTube channel.
No, I haven't worked on that in a while.
I mean,
your prophecy of episode 1 not reaching.
That's zero.
That's 100% possible at this point.
That's zero chance.
No, it's definitely 50-50, which is down from 100%. I was 100% sure last week.
Well, you're guaranteeing it. Like I have to have it out by next week.
I was 100% sure.
And then in my brain, I'm thinking, Shane will fret over one edit and then figure out, should I do a dissolve? No. Should I do a what? No. Should I do a fake? No.
Were you here? Because
no, but I just know how your brain works.
I went through all that stuff.
Oh, but now the audio. The audio. I'm picking it up in 3 mics.
I'm very happy with the audio. Except
you must have done a single track.
Did
you do a single track of audio?
I did I have a lapel mic for her.
It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
I have a lapel mic for her. It's pretty great.
So you just downloaded the audio as the main stream. And then all you have to do is splice a video to the audio?
It's way worse than that.
Oh my God. I used to do that for a living. Yeah. I could do an 8-minute segment in 3 minutes.
Well, I do an hour segment in an hour and a half.
It's unbelievable. No. 12 days. Think about it a lot.
These shows take me an hour and a half. And that's with download time because I've gotten it down. Now, before it used to be worse because I used to have to take the team's video. I used to have to convert that to 30 frames per second because Teams claims it is, but it's not.
It's so bad.
And that was an hour. Yeah.
That is so bad.
So much better. All right. I'll go again next week with a better topic. I'm going to start thinking about it right now.
No chance.
No chance. But I'll try.
All right.
All right. So for How Wrong Can It Be? Next week,
play the bitters.
New episode.
Play the bitters.
Galen's disgust is actually making me happy about this whole thing right now. This is pretty great.
I did my best with it. What a terrible topic.
This is how I feel. The feeling you're feeling right now is how I feel every time I hear wind noise in your microphone.
Well, I could just turn it off. Not a big deal.
Can you? Because you did for one episode. You turned off the wind.
I turned it off the last 3. Once I heard it, I'm like,
breathing
it's
into
terrible.
It is terrible. All right. So for how wrong can it be? I'm Shane. That's Galen. Next week, who knows what we're going
Oh,
to talk about?
I found it.
We'll fact. Oh, fantastic. Now that we're done, we'll fact check. Yeah, definitely put it on while we're recording. We'll fact check nothing, and I'll have another new topic next week that's going to be. It's going to blow Galen. Are you doing it on purpose? It's going to blow Galen's socks right off. Yeah, thanks. Exactly. You don't have to do that. It's your nose is breathing. All right. See ya. The fact that he hung up as soon as possible is so good to me right now. I'm going to leave this part in because I want you guys to know that he was so disgusted with that topic, and it makes me so happy. All right. We'll see you next time.